Hi, welcome to Boys of Yoga. I'm Ryan, this is Chris, and this is Albert. So today our class is going to be rolling on the edge. We're going to look at transitioning through the spine or rolling through the spine to awaken the vertebra. And also when we get towards the end, we're going to hit our peak posture and how we transition into that posture, which is our warrior 3. So to start with, let's come down into a kneeling position. So we're going to bring our knees down. And then we're going to get started from here. So we're going to have our hands on our knees. And we're going to start to connect with our breath before we begin to move. So just soften your shoulders and lengthen your spine for a moment. You can have the eyes slightly open or closed, gazing forwards if you want. We're going to have our hands on our knees. And we're going to start to take an inhale and start to lift the tailbone back, arch the middle of your spine, looking upwards, shoulders pulling back. As you exhale, bring your chin towards your chest and round your back. Shoulders are still down, but you're pressing through the middle of your back and spine. Taking a deep inhale, start to draw the shoulders back. Elbows are hugging in towards the ribs. Exhaling, you're bringing your chin down towards your chest and rounding in the back. So we're going to do a few more of those. Taking a deep inhale, you see the chest starts to lift, the shoulders pulling back. Little arch in the middle of the back. And then as you exhale, the chin goes towards the chest. You're rounding in the middle of the back, but the shoulders are still down. And a couple more times, deep inhale. Don't forget to flex, and so your flexion and extension, tailbone lifting a little, and then exhaling, rounding, pressing. Good. Last one. Good job. So come up to a neutral spine. We're going to walk our hands forwards into a child's pose. So you're going to reach out now and sink your shoulders and arms down towards the ground here. You're in your child's pose. So from here, you're just releasing your back for a moment. What we're going to do is we're going to start to roll through the spine. So from this position, you're going to start to take an inhale as you lift up. So as you lift your hips up, you rise. As you exhale, you pump your hips in and roll forwards through the vertebra. On this first one, you're going to lower down towards the ground, bringing your body down. You're going to take an inhale into a baby cobra. You're going to hug the elbows in towards your ribs. On the exhale, you're going to get chin to chest and roll through your spine. Press the ground away, roll through the vertebra, one by one. So you awaken the spine and the vertebral column. Good. And then this next one, we're going to rise up again. So we're going to inhale. Hips go in, spine rolls through one vertebra at a time. The pelvis lowers, and the shoulders gently come back. This time we've got a little bit of a higher press. So you can still have the arms bent if you want, but you're going to have a nice high press here in your cobra. On your next exhale, you're going to bring your chin to your chest, round through your back. Try and press through the middle of your back here. You're going through the vertebra one by one again, releasing the spine, feeling freedom in each vertebra, and then pressing into child's pose. On this next one, you're going to take it into an up-facing dog. So we rise up again on the inhale. Exhale, hips go in, spine will roll forwards. This time as the pelvis comes down, the knees come off the ground. So we're pressing into the tops of the feet and pointing the toes here into our up-facing dog. You can have the hips just off the ground there, shoulders drawing back. One more breath there. And if you want, if you've got more reach and range in your back, you can look up and really get more depth in there. Start to arch back. On your next exhale, bring your chin to chest, knees down towards the ground, round the back into child's pose. Make sure you try not to press into the shoulders. You're rolling the shoulders away as you press into the middle of the back. Good. One more of these into up-facing dog, rising up, inhaling. Exhaling, rolling forwards, vertebra by vertebra, up-facing dog. Good. And then from there, inhaling and exhaling, you're going to roll through the spine, press into the back, and lift into down-facing dog. So now, you roll again through the vertebra one by one into your down-facing dog. Good job. So you're going to focus on the spinal roll that we just did, and we're going to work through that into a vinyasa. So how are we going to do it? We're going to rise up on the balls of the feet, taking an inhale. As we roll forward, we tilt the pubic bone in towards the navel, roll through the spine one vertebra at a time until we get into a plank posture. Nice straight lines in the body. Hold for a moment and just check. You've got a nice straight line from your heels all the way running up through to the crown of your head. And then from there, slowly lower down through to chaturanga. So you can come halfway down. If you want to, feel free to come to your belly. If not, you hold there and then you start to release the toes towards the ground and roll up the spine one vertebra at a time into your up facing dog. On the exhale, bring your chin to chest and roll through your down facing dog. That's it. So you rise up, roll through, back into down dog. Take a moment here and just breathe. A few breaths in down dog. Just see if you feel like you need to press the heels into the ground, maybe one by one as you press into the ground. Just loosen up the back of your hamstrings, calves, perhaps your lower back. Any areas you feel tight. See how Chris is now moving side to side with the hips. You might feel that your lats need opening. Just find something that feels good that you can help release the body. Good job. Okay, now from there, we're going to take a bend in the knees. We're going to look between the hands. It's going to practice a little float forwards. So it could be really high in the hips, or you might just do a little hop forward. So take an inhale as you jump the feet between the hands. Nice job. Take an inhale on your half fold. You lengthen in the back, looking forwards. As you exhale, bring your palms towards the ground, press into the ground, look between the legs, full fold. Doesn't matter if you can't reach the floor, that's fine. You can just press towards the ground or hold the ankles or calves. And then from there, you're going to do a rolling spine. I'll show you from the side view. And these guys here, you're going to bend your knees and you're going to roll up your spine one vertebra at a time until you come all the way up to your Tadasana. Bring your palms open. You're going to reach toward the sky on the inhale. Good. On the exhale, you're going to bring your hands to prayer, to the center, into your heart. And then from here, you're going to start to lengthen your tailbone. So if you find that your hips are out or forwards, start to straighten up the body and just gently bring the tailbone down, create a nice straight line. From this position, you're going to start to lean back, but only in the middle of your spine you're going to arch. You're going to lift up, reach back really deep, taking a deep inhale. Good job. Bringing the palms together. As you exhale, extend the head forwards, lengthen the spine, swan dive all the way out towards the ground into your full fold. Taking an inhale, half fold onto the fingertips maybe. This time you're going to wrap around the ankles and calves, hug yourself, give yourself a little hug, going a little deeper into your forward fold. That's it. Good job. Now we're going to take it through that vinyasa again. So we're going to release the hands. These guys are pretty flexible. You may not get that reach. That's fine. Do what you can for today. Bring the palms down towards the ground. Bend the knees. You're going to shift your weight forwards. Take an inhale. Lift your hips up and jump back through chaturanga. And then go through your spinal roll into up facing dog and down facing dog. Chin to chest, cobra the hood or pressed into the back and round through the spine into down facing dog. Good stuff. So now what we're going to do, one more breath there. We're going to bring our feet together. So the feet draw together. We're going to bring our right leg up toward the sky. So right leg goes up toward the sky. And we're going to focus on having a neutral hip so the pelvis is parallel to the ground, body's parallel to the ground. You might pick a point, your heel, your toes, ball of the foot, something that you feel you can push the energy out from. And then on the next exhale, you're going to roll through the spine. Same roll that we did at the beginning, but you're going to step the foot between the hands. So as you draw in, the spine rolls again. We're continuing that theme of rolling through the vertebra into your lunge posture. So from there, you're going to come up. We're going to turn our back heel down and we're going to rise into our warrior one. So we circle or reach forwards and come into our warrior one. Taking a deep breath there, inhale. As you exhale, push the hip, sinking a little deeper. Good. And then from this position, bring your palms together. Look towards the palms. You're going to look up, bring the palms together on the inhale. You're going to feel this in the left hip. Exhale, you're going to release the arms into warrior two. As you release the arms, perhaps you might need to realign your front heel so it aligns with your back arch, your left arch of your foot there. So in warrior two, just make sure you've got nice straight lines in the arms here, parallel to the ground. So if you see Chris is nice and straight and parallel to the ground, sometimes we forget our back arm and it drops, so you want to keep that up. One more breath here. If you're at home, just make sure you're nice and low. Sometimes you come too high, so sink really low into your warrior two. And then from here with the boys, we're going to take it back. So we're going to take our left fingers back, reach the right fingers towards the sky and then back. You might take the arm to wrap around to your front thigh, or you might just take it down your thigh or calf, whatever works for you. Just making sure that your front knee is open. So we're going to keep this knee open here. We're pushing the body to this side, away, and the front knee open. So double action going on. From there we take it to our side angle. Slowly releasing from here, the right forearm comes down to the thigh. You're extending through the fingers toward the sky or towards the front of your room or mat. If you want to go deeper, feel free. If you're in this position here, we're going to have our palm facing towards the sky, energized in that hand. Good. And we're also going to start to work our right ribs straight. So straighten out the right ribs as well as the left ribs. Good job. And then from there we take it back up towards our warrior two. So back into warrior two, we're going to take into our triangle. So we're going to straighten out our front leg. As we do this, we're going to shuffle the back foot in. So the heel comes in once, then the toes come in once. And we're going to reach out. So we're going to extend through the front fingers on the inhale. And exhale, we're going to bring our right hand towards the shin, top of the foot or floor. And again, you've got the principle of straightening the body. You've got straight lines in the legs and the arms, but don't forget the body. So get nice and straight in the ribs, pressing down here and lengthening here. And then from this position, that's your last breath in triangle posture. And we're going to return to our reverse warrior. So rising up, bend your front leg, reach back to reverse warrior, deep inhale. Then straight away, exhale, reach out in front, right hand down, left hand down towards the ground. Good. Now, turn your back heel up. We're going to take it to a twist, revolve side angle, press into your left hand, twist the right hand towards the sky. Just double check that your left shoulder is not collapsing in. So you don't want to collapse in onto the left shoulder here. You want to keep lengthening and pressing into the ground. If you want to make it more of a challenge, reach your right hand towards the front of the room or the mat. You can get a bit deeper there. If you're comfortable with challenge there, stay there. Breathe through it. Keep working into your back heel, so pushing into that left heel. Good. Last breath from there. As you release the right hand back down towards the ground. So you come back down, you're going to push your right leg towards the sky. So press into the ground, push the right leg to the sky. Now you're going to go through a 3-leg vinyasa, so you're going to scoop down. As you move forwards, taking a scoop through vinyasa. As you come into your up-facing dog, bringing the right toes down towards the ground. Draw the shoulders back, looking up. If you want more depth, exhale, chin to chest. Press into middle of the shoulders and roll back into down-facing dog. Good. So that's one side. We're going to do the other side. Take a couple breaths there in your down dog, just pressing into down-facing dog, working the heels towards the ground. Don't forget the inner arch of your foot or feet. So lifting the inner arch of the feet. Last breath. Good. All right. Any tension there, shake out. Now let's go for the other side. Feet draw together. We're going to bring our left leg towards the sky. First, we're going to find that length. So really reach up nice and high, hips parallel towards the ground. And then from there, when you're ready, you're going to step in on the exhale between the hands. That's it. From there, we're going to go warrior one. So the back heel turns down as we rise up. You might reach forwards, you might circle to the sides. Really up to you. Just coming into that warrior one. Right hip is pushing forwards. Body as much as you can, pressing forwards. Looks easy, but if you're in a posture, it's quite challenging. If you're actually activating and pressing into the ground, reaching tall, fingers are activated, is quite challenging. From there, you bring your palms together, look to palms on the inhale. Push the right hip forward, exhale, drop down. So now when you come into this position, try and really go low. You're in warrior two, deep as you can. And it's fine to shuffle, to readjust. So you're feeling good and connected in the posture before you continue to hold in your posture. So we're going to take one more breath there, deep inhale. Good. From there, change to reverse. Again, you might decide that you want to take it to your thigh or your calf, or you might wrap round your front leg and extend through the top fingers. Reverse warrior. Good job. So again, if you're at home, you might find you may not get that much depth going back. Maybe you get more. Really doesn't matter. What's working for you is important. So the next thing is I'm going to come into our side angle. We're going to take it down, left forearm towards the thigh, extend through the top fingers, and hold in your side angle. So once again, check that your left shoulder isn't collapsing. So you don't want to collapse into that shoulder. Just keep it nice and strong as you press away. Thigh and thigh pressing back into your forearm. Last breath there. Let's take it back. Reverse the warrior, or take it back into warrior two. Good. So from there, extend your left leg. You're going to reach out. If you find you're too wide, you think you're too wide, bring your back foot in, heel and toes in, reaching on the inhale. Exhale, coming back into triangle posture. So again, if you've got the depth, you can bring your palm down towards the ground. If not, just work the fingertips towards the ground. If you've got a block, maybe you can use that But really you don't need to, you can use your fingertips. One more breath there. You know the principle, straighten out the body now, straighten out, lengthen the ribs, lengthen the body. Stay strong, and now rise back up. So you're gonna take it straight to reverse warrior, bending the front leg straight away, reach back, reverse the warrior, deep inhale. As you exhale, bring your left palm back down towards the ground, right palm back down towards the ground. You're gonna spin it, right heel turns up, exhale, twist towards the sky, left hand. Don't collapse in your back foot. Sometimes it's easy to forget about what's happening behind us. So our back leg, our back foot, push strong into the heel. Keep twisting the body. Each exhale, twist a bit more. If you want to make it more challenging, reach towards the front of the room with the left fingers. Good job. Even when you reach there, don't let the head drop down. You're going to keep twisting and extending through towards the sky. And then change. Exhaling, bringing your left hand back down towards the mat. Good. Now we take our left foot, press to the sky. Your choice. Push through your heel, toes, or ball of the foot. Find something that works for you. And then on the exhale, through your vinyasa. So scooping down. Good job. There's two different versions going on. Here's the scoop version. Right. And Chris is transitioning to the scoop as well now. And then rolling through the spine into down facing dog. Good. All right, compose your breath. Now you're finding down dog again. Get some composure before we move to the next step. So the next step is going to be your rolling transition. So we're going to go through rolling transition to a standing split, rolling transition to your warrior three. Okay, we're going to practice the warrior three once on each side before we go to the rolling transitions. And this is really what we're looking at today, is how you transition in the posture. So from A to B, how you transition in between, in the posture and in life, really. So let's practice the warrior three. We're going to bring our feet together. We're going to right leg towards the sky on a deep inhale. On your exhale, you're going to step in between the hands. From here, we're going to bring our hands towards our heart. So we're just coming up here towards the heart. And then from this position, you bend a little, push the weight forwards, lift up your back leg and extend through into warrior three. Now, warrior three, the body's parallel to the ground, hips are parallel to the ground. If you feel comfortable, extend your arms out in front, lengthen. So again, this is going to be more challenging, but give it a go. Doesn't matter if you wobble or fall, it happens. And then you come back up. Now, Albert's got the leg bent, and Chris has got the leg straight, so you can figure out which one works for you, and eventually you want to straighten. And then bring it down. So from there, you can bring the hands, the foot back down, hands back down. Good, and then when you're ready, you step it back through Vinyasa, three-leg Vinyasa, or traditional variation. Here we go. Nice job. So we're going to do one more on the other side. So, feet draw together, left leg goes to sky. There we go. On the exhale, on your exhale, you step in between the hands. Good stuff. Are you ready now for warrior three? So, your hands come towards your heart. You're going to start to press into the legs, into the feet as you draw forwards, lift up. Find your warrior three. So sometimes we relax too much in the yoga. We still have to be strong. So find that strength in the posture. It's not just the balance. You have to push through the feet, the ground, extend through the crown of the head. Find your strength, bring your belly in, navel in. And then, if you want to challenge yourself, reach forwards. You can have your hands separated, you can have them together, the sword hand. Up to you. Find what works for you. Don't worry if you fall or worry if you balance. If you're off balance, it's going to happen at some point. If you're pushing yourself, it will happen. And then change. Step back down, right foot goes towards the ground. You can use your hands for support. And then when you're ready, bring yourself back into lunge, bring your left leg towards the sky or through traditional vinyasa, up to you. And then take it through. That's it. Good. All right, here we go. One deep breath into your down facing dog. Compose yourself, relax the shoulders, pull back. You're gonna jump the feet to the middle of your mat. If you could jump through, feel free. But if you want to take it, the first step is to jump between the hands. So legs bend, look between the hands, inhale, hips to sky, jumping in, floating in. Very nice. Once you get there, you're going to extend your legs forward. So if you're just in this position here, you're going to reach out in front. You're going to sit your hips towards the ground and bring your legs towards the sky. This can be your boat posture. If you're just starting out, variations could be bent legs. Yeah, it could be bent legs. When you get comfortable, even now you can use your hands on the floor if you want to. If you're comfortable, you extend the legs. From here, we start to bring the legs towards the ground, just above the ground. So we don't touch the ground just yet, just above the ground, body still up. Then from this position, start to lower the body all the way down towards the ground. There we go. Good stuff. Now the arms reach back. This is our finishing section right here. We're gonna do our rolling to posture. So legs go up towards the sky, nice and straight, if you can. All the way back to plow posture. There we go. The first one we're gonna do is our standing split. So we're gonna roll forwards, we're gonna base both feet, and we're gonna push our right leg towards the sky and our fingertips towards the ground. Off we go. So we roll forwards, base both feet, try and come up. There we go. So we're gonna reach down towards the ground, reach our right leg up towards the sky. That's it. So really you gotta get your core involved here. When you come forwards, try your best to engage the core so when you come up you can come straight into posture. And we'll see how that goes in the next couple. So if you're at home and you wanna challenge yourself, you're gonna fold towards the thigh. If you really wanna go and try something more challenging, more scary, maybe you're gonna float up to a handstand or pop up to a handstand. If you guys are giving that a go, you can take a little bend in that left leg and kick up a little. Half handstand or split leg handstand. There we go. Your choice. Good job. That's it. And you can play around there, you know, in your own time. Maybe if you're scared, put some cushions. But if not, just give it a go. Nice work, Albert. Let's go back down. Let's do it for the other side. So we roll back. So we bring our hips down, roll back. Good job. Extending through to plow posture. That's it. You guys got space? And then from there, rolling forwards. You got the other side. So as you roll forwards, try your best now to reach forward. So you come into, yes, exactly. You come right up into one go and extend through to your standing split. That's the way. Sometimes you don't always make it up the first time, but each time you give it a go, it gets easier and easier. All right, if you're going for that standing split, give it a go with a handstand. If not, stay there and breathe. You know, sometimes you can support someone, you hold their feet. Albert's a little bit tall for me to support. But he doesn't need it, so I'm gonna leave him to it. And he comes down, we're gonna go back into our plow posture. So hips come down, legs go up, that's it. Roll it back through to plow. Now, here's your finishing posture, your warrior 3. So, are you guys ready? We're gonna roll forwards. Okay, ready, roll forwards, reach forwards, extend, pushing into, well, you guys are opposite sides, but push into your back leg. There we go, warrior 3. Now again, you know the principles. If you want to challenge, you're going into Albert's version here, extending the arms, body parallel. If you want a little bit, if your back gives you any problems, any areas in your lower back, keep your hands by your heart or towards the side of your thighs. Let's go one more for the other side. So hands and feet coming down. You're going to press back. So you reach out in front here, extend your legs up towards the sky into your boat, and roll back into your plow. When you're ready, roll for the other side. So you roll forwards, you base your feet, extend through, kick back, warrior 3. There we go. Nice work. So you can see these guys are breathing. Ujjayi, if you know, or just deep breathing and hold for that posture. It's your last one. Good. Find that extension first. Before you stop, find a good extension. Now lower down. Left hand down. Left foot down. Good. And then we roll it back. Good. So from here, just start to slowly bring your back towards the ground. So one vertebra at a time. Lower your spine towards the ground. Legs coming towards the ground. That's it. Good. So if you wanted to, you could stay there and breathe. And that could be the end of your 20-minute rolling on the edge session. If you want to do any more, feel free. Play with what you've learned today. Thank you for practicing. This is Boys Yoga. My name's Ryan. It's Chris and Albert. Namaste.